Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
48 for Mike. What we got? Watch the egg. Shit. Took right. Mike 48. I'm coming for you, son.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
He's checking. Check. Lucky. Touch 50. Bang.
Now Wilson on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. At the 26-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Let's go. Check. Let's go, defense. And who we got? Hey, check Mike 57. Watch the out.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Let's go.
Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down. 57 to Mike. Here we go.
Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they have?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Mike 48, Mike 48.
A second down carry for Process. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. They'll try and run with Ingram. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
I know he ain't got it. Fair. Go.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
48 for Mike.
You better bring it.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. It's caught, Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Wilson turns and gives to Process. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Mark that.
Hey, look, 48. Hey, we're going to make the 48 right now. Let's go.
I'm coming.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
You can't block me. Uh-huh. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Check tight.
One left.
Motion.
Hey.
Tight dog. Check. Fresno.
Now Wilson on second down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check Mike 57.
Come on.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
Jackson now throwing again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. K.J. Wright able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Watch the run, watch the run. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Check 43.
12. Alert.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson, and it's hauled in by Ed Dixon, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 24, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, switch gears. Switch
One pass. One pass.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I'm coming.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Push him back.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch safety degrees at the 6. Pull it. Pow. Safety's
Go, go, go.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we're going to make the 48 right now. Let's go.
Ricky. Check nickel.
19.
Wilson going to hand it to Pro-Size. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On first down, again, they go Pro-Size. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Green 80. Mike 57. It's been a long day for you. Check 24. Check 24.
18.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
On first down, Pro-Size. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Right back to Pro-Size. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal.
Stand up in. Check. Crunch. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check your hot read. Mike 48. Mike.
All go special.
Now Wilson rolling to his right. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got